So you have an ESXi machine located in the remote site via the vCenter. You will connect to it. Now we'll see how to create a virtual machine first. Using we are sitting here as an administrator. You are trying to connect to the vCenter. This is a VC and our ESXi machine. So if you want to create a virtual machine, first virtual machine, there is no other virtual machine as of now. We want to create a virtual machine very fast. How to create that? So connect to ESXi host either directly or via vCenter. Okay. Right click on it. Once you select the object, right click on your mouse. New virtual machine. Create a new VM. Enter a name of the VM. Select compatibility, which version of VM that you want to create, older version or newer version. Always you will select newer version. Select what OS. Here you need to select storage location. Then what OS you need to install. Then RAM, CPU, hard disk and network. And then OK. When you just follow this navigation, a virtual machine will be created here automatically with the name that you have provided here. And also the files will be located here in its hard disk. So the files will be automatically created here. .vmx, .vmdk. All these files will be stored here. Now this folder is equivalent to a physical server computer, but there is no OS. We have selected what OS we need to install, but the OS is not yet installed. We need to install OS. Okay. How many of you have not yet installed any operating system? Please reply in the chat, please. If you have an experience of OS installation, you say yes. If no, no. Any OS, Windows 7, Windows 10, Linux operating system, whatever it may be. You just type yes or no. Just to know like what level of knowledge you have on that. Just type please. If you have installed any OS, you type yes. If you have not yet installed anything, that's fine. You say no. No, that's fine. No problem. No problem. I need a response from everyone. Otherwise, I will not proceed this class. Yes, thanks. 9 responses I need. Yes, fine. 5 more. If you have ever installed any operating system, Windows 7, Windows 10, any server, Linux, anything. If you have installed OS, just say yes, you have that experience. If you have not yet installed, just say no, no problem. If you are not able to type, just please unmute yourself and speak. I need response. Yes, Murli. Okay, Ramesh is fine. Murli?
Yes, I did.
Okay, fine, thanks. Who is missing now? I got 6 responses, 3 more pending. Sirisha, Sonia and Kalyani had to respond. Are you there or just left?
Yes, sir. I had done. before.
No. Okay. What about you, Sonia?
Yeah, I have done before.
Fine then. Good. So fine then. So many people say human. Okay. That's fine. No problem. If you have not yet installed any OS, that's not a problem. So here we will practice that. So how to install an operating system. So until you get confidence, you just do this practice. Okay, OS installation. Now we need to install operating system. So if it is a physical server computer or physical laptop, if you want to install operating system, we will insert the CD-ROM, the CD drive, inside a CD drive and restart the computer and let the computer boot from that respective CD or DVD. Okay. So here we don't have CD here. The physical server here we will have CD drive on the ESXi machine. On the virtual machine, everything will be virtual. Here the virtual memory, virtual CPU, virtual CD also will be there. We have a physical CD image. It has operating system in it. OS is there inside that CD. If you have a CD, you can insert it on the physical CD-ROM. But it is the virtual machine has virtual CD-ROM, so you cannot directly attach it to the VM. Okay. Then how to install? So there are two options to install here. As of now, we have just created a virtual machine to install operating system 1 using physical CD or a DVD-ROM. If you have a physical CD-ROM, take this physical CD, ask the person who is in the data center, ask the person to insert the CD here on this physical server CD-ROM. The server will be located somewhere in the remote site, right? So you have to ask the person who is in that building, go and ask him to insert there. So once he insert, we will connect the CD to this virtual machine via this CD-ROM. Once it is attached, once you power on this machine, the OS content which is there inside this physical CD will be trying to install on this machine. Now OS will install. And we know the procedure, how to install it, and we will follow that. So we can install, but that is not feasible option. Like if it is one ESXi machine, we will ask him to insert one CD-ROM. If there are 100 machines and here and there you have to install frequently, it's not feasible option. Every time you cannot go with CD and insert there and ask him to mount every time at all. It's not feasible option. Then what next? So second option. Second option is using an ISO. However, whatever the content that is there in the physical CD drive will be copied to a file called an ISO image. Extension will be .iso. Name can be anything like Windows Server 2016, 2012.iso. Extension will be .iso. It will have a similar installable operating system content as a CD drive. Name can be anything. Extension will be .iso. This image we need to copy to the local hard disk. Here we need to have that ISO image. If you have an ISO image here, the same way however we connected physical CD-ROM to this machine, this file you can attach to the virtual CD-ROM the same way. Now whatever the content that was there on the physical CD is available in Windows Server, this ISO image as well. Either you attach directly to this one, either you attach this ISO image to the machine, both are same. Now if you power on, you will be able to install operating system from this ISO image to the virtual machine. And you don't need to ask anybody here. You can download this from internet and you can attach it to the VM and install it. If you want on another ESXi machine now, you just copy that file from here to here. You don't need to ask anyone. No need to depend on anyone. Okay, like this. So we have two options. So this is the preferred method. We always use this ISO method, okay, to install an operating system. We'll see how to attach. Go to virtual machine, go to edit settings tab, select CD DVD. For a virtual machine, everything, if you want to manage its hardware, you need to go to settings. You see all the hardware for that virtual machine as virtual hardware. CD DVD, drop down and select host device. If you select host device, that will be the first option using physical CD. You need to ask the person who is in the data center to insert a CD here. So that will be host device. If you are copying a file into ISO, here we have to select browse data store ISO. Select the ISO file. Then say OK. When you follow this navigation, either this CD or this option, whichever the option that you select based on here, this ISO image will be attached to the VM. Okay, like that. This way the VM will file will be attached to the VM. Then you power on the virtual machine. This will be second step. First step will be create a virtual machine. Third step will be power on the VM. Once you power on, then you have to follow unseen instructions to install OS. Okay, so once you power on, you can follow the on-screen instructions. All the instructions. It's almost like yes or no kind of questions only to install Windows operating system. If you want to proceed, you just select next. If you want to cancel it, we close it, or crossbar you can click on it. So simple. The OS installation we'll see now. So whoever needs a virtual machine, VM request will contain the below information. It will give you name of the VM. It will give you what OS you need, RAM, so CPU, hard disk, 20 GB hard disk, RAM 4 GB, Windows Server 2012, test VM 49. So I have given a request like this, and we have to build a VM now. So select the ESXi machine, right click on it, right click on your mouse, right click on it. New virtual machine, new virtual machine. There are multiple methods to create a machine. As of now, first option we are selecting. Next. Name of the VM. So I have given here test VM 45. Test VM 45. Next. Where you want to place? I want to place it on 150. Wherever you have enough free space, select here. Compatibility, older version of VM or latest version. So I'm running with ESXi 6.5. I need latest VM. Fine, 6.5. If you want to select lower compatibility, you can select. We have ESX 6.5, but we are building VM which is equivalent to 6.0. Lower compatibility VM. But fine, I'm okay with latest version. Next. What OS I need to install? I need Windows Server 2012. 64-bit version. Next. RAM, CPU and hard disk. I need 2 CPUs, 4 GB of RAM, 20 GB hard disk. have less space, I'll select. A summary, I'll just finish.
What is meant by thin
See,
provision?
sorry,
What is meant by thin provision?
what is meant by?
Thin provision. Selected
Okay, so
option.
we will discuss about this feature later at the end of the course. It's based on usage. We will use the disk space, on-demand usage of the disk space.
Okay.
If you see here, I have only 16 GB free, but I tried to allocate for 20 GB. Where is that VM? Yeah, here I have allocated 20 GB. See, on a 16 GB hard disk, I have allocated 20 GB. Practically, it is not possible, right? If it is a thick hard disk, it will not allow us to create. That means it will occupy 20 GB space from this location.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
say thin,
Yeah.
if it
Got
is
it.
thin, even though if allocated as a 20 gig, it is not taking that much. Based on the actual usage, it will consume this space. We'll discuss about that later.
Okay.
Now I have created a virtual machine, test VM45. Don't need to verify files as of now, but there is no operating system installed. I'm going to open its monitor now, so I'll open it.
How you are connecting to this IP address?
Sorry?
It is your server IP address or is any other?
Yeah, in the lab there is a machine. In the
Okay.
lab there is a machine. That machine IP address.
I'm thinking that now you are created some virtual machine now. I thinking that.
No, I just want to open its monitor.
Okay, okay.
Just a minute, I'll let you know. That is a different machine in my network. I want to open its monitor from there. This is a problem. I'm not able to open console from here. I want to open from the lab machine. It works basically from there. From there also I will connect to vCenter only. This was the vSphere client we were talking about until 5.0. This was the application we used to connect our vCenter and ESXi machine. Now it is outdated. It is in browser only. VMware vSphere client, like butterfly account. If you open this application, it was .NET based application.
Hello.
Sorry,
Is there any
your voice is very low.
Is there any helpful for in the AWS we having the VMware also no? Is there any free type of lab like that?
Yeah, VMware hands-on lab is there, but it will be limited. 4 hours only you will be able to do, and again you have to register with a different email ID. I'll send you that links as well. But all the labs you cannot do that. Only some 40% of the labs only you can do. 42 50%.
Okay, just I'm asking in AWS. In AWS, we having the VM option, na?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Here also it is possible. VMware hands-on lab is there. On the VMware portal, you can do lab, but all the tasks, like in real time, if you want to do, if you want to learn this entire course, let's say 100% of the task labs are there. Only 50% of the labs you can do online.
Okay,
Even
okay.
voice is not clear.
Maybe your internet connection. Others, are you able
Your
to hear
voice
me
is not
clearly?
audible. Your voice is not audible.
What about others apart from these guys? Can you able to hear me?
We can actually hear you, but still some
Yeah, lot of
Lot
noise.
There
of
is some
disturbance.
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 The disturbance may be from the outside,
No,
external
no,
background
no,
noise.
no, no, no.
That this
While
stage,
you are no, while you are speaking, your voice is breaking.
voice is not clear or voice is breaking.
I think there is
Voice is
a
not
problem
clear.
with your mic.
I
Your
don't
mic.
think.
Yes, your mic is. I think you have some issue with your mic.
I don't know. Just now I have completed another batch. That was fine. Is it same with all the members here in this meeting or only for few guys?
Yes, for I think for me,
Okay, then I'll disconnect and connect back. Just stay there.
Okay, okay.
How about now?
Now
Hello.
fine. Fine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This is Should be good. Root 1, 2, 3 at the rate. Yes. The rate. Root 1, 2, 3 at the rate. IP job. IP address. Command prompt open చేసి IP config. Test. Root 1, 2, 3. Root 1, 2, 3. Small t. Test 45, we will try to open its console. I'm trying to open its monitor. Need to install some other software for that. So trying to install. I think ISO image is not yet installed. Connected. So right click, edit settings. You want to attach an ISO image. So here you see CD device. If you select client device, nothing will be there. It will be disconnected. If you select host device, we need to place a physical CD-ROM on the ESXi server. This will be connected to the VM. So from the VM, we are selecting host device. So if you have a CD device connected in this 150 ESXi machine, okay, it should be attached there. Then only we will be able to install OS. If you want to select data store ISO, select ISO. And we have an ISO image located here. We have already placed it here, Windows Server 2012. Extension is .iso, you can see here. And you have to make it connected. Also, if needed, connected power on both, you can see. Now the image is connected. As of now, it's waiting for operating system. We have attached an ISO image. We will power off and power on again. To install operating system, after inserting the CD, you need to restart. It's powering on, so this machine will. So we have attached an ISO image and powered on. So it is trying to boot from that CD. So here we need to proceed with OS installation. So always we use the US keyboard layout. So press next. Install or cancel. So I want to install. Click on install. If you want to see full screen, you can. So Core is like a Linux kind of operating system from Windows itself, Microsoft itself. So you have to select server with GUI. Okay. Then click on next. License agreement, you have to accept. It's hung at the moment. Just please wait. Here again I'm proceeding install. Server with GUI. License agreement and then proceed. So if you select first one, if you have any older operating system, it will upgrade. If you select second one, it will install a fresh copy. So I want to install a fresh copy, I'm just selecting it. So look, 20 GB hard disk is there, I'm selecting that hard disk to install the OS. So it takes some time, the OS installation. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, we can discuss until it proceeds with the OS installation. We have attached an ISO image from the data store. We attach from this hard disk location. We have attached an ISO image using edit settings. So if you go to edit settings, CD, DVD, everything is a virtual resources like virtual memory, virtual CPU, virtual hard disk, virtual CD-ROM. So here you can drop down and select the ISO file. Will ask you to select where is the path of that ISO image. If you have already placed, it will select.
Then can you
If you
give
have
the
already done,
link?
it will see the path.
We will try to create our own and we will try from our end.
Sorry?
Can you give this link and we will try from our end and we will get back to you for.
No, this is live lab from my lab here. So there is no internet connectivity for this lab.
Okay, okay,
I'll give you that VMware HOL. So you can do it on a VMware website.
okay. The everything are same or anything is different.
Sorry?
VMware hands-on lab.
Sorry, you were saying something. What? I missed that one.
So here is the link. You can do the lab whichever you want. So, but here there will be many technologies labs will be available. You have to select VMware vSphere basics. It's an 18th or 19th. This one, VMware vSphere Lightning Lab, or so you are more starting with getting started with vSphere will be there. If you click this like enroll now, you have to register with your email ID and password. You don't need to be your company email ID. You can use your Gmail ID itself, and it will be allowed to perform the labs. So here you can see what are all the labs you do. It is just limited for 1 hour. We'll see which is show you here.
Which one? No? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
To perform the lab, we should have 16 GB RAM, right, Anna?
To work on these labs, if you have internet connection, is more than enough. This is the one you need to do. Introduction to the vSphere. This one you can start with, and this one more thing. I'll just message in this group. You just copy the links.
Okay. Yesterday you
So
said
directly,
something you should need
then the
16.
lab you have to start with. This is the one. You just see the name.
And also, can you please create the group in the WhatsApp, and what are the links you can provide? You can provide now. Meanwhile, we will check everyone.
We'll do that. These are the labs you can start with. Introduction to the vSphere and getting started with vSphere. And also you can try it. What is there in it? So OS installation is almost done. So it will reboot once. But you'll not be able to do all of them, only few labs you'll be able to do. As though it is in real time, the server direct ESXi servers and all you can't build. The one I am accessing, this is my lab here in Bangalore Institute lab. There are first 2 physical servers, right? So those labs. These are not connected in internet. But here in the institute, you can do all the labs as though you work in real time. So even you will have access to direct physical servers where you don't get in real time as well. I'll send these links to your email quickly, so it's not a problem.
And also, can you please create the WhatsApp group, and you can share in that also. No? It is easy for everyone.
Yeah, I'll try that. We have another group which where all 200 members are there. I'll try to add there as well. Okay, so here we need to enter the password. So in our lab, we use one standard password called Windows 123 at the rate. The same password I use here. Okay, now the OS installation is completed. So if you want to log into this machine, it is asking you to press Ctrl Alt Delete. Don't press Ctrl Alt Delete on your laptop. So here you'll see an option press Ctrl Alt, send Ctrl Alt Delete. So here we have to enter that. So type the password, and here you can click press send Ctrl Alt Delete, or here also it will be there. Right click, guest OS, send Ctrl Alt Delete will be there. So this is a partial access. That's why it's not there. If you see here, flash client, we will be able to send that. Here it will be send keys, Ctrl Alt Delete will be there. Send Ctrl Alt. Okay, now the machine is ready. As though it is a physical server, we can access it. See, same way. But this is a machine here in the folder, test machine 45. It's just a folder we have installed with some Windows Server operating system on it. It needs drivers, that's why it's not showing our mouse also. There is a concept for that, like called VMware tools. During next class, we will see that. Right click, install VMware tools. These are set of drivers. Once you install any virtual machine, you have to install drivers as well. So it takes some 20 minutes stopping. So once you attach, it will be very difficult to install now. In the real time, also it's the same procedure. The first time drivers installation is very tedious. Doesn't respond to our keyboard. Only keyboard helps, mouse will not help at all. Luckily, I'm able to. So it mounts an ISO image, something like if you have a movie DVD, if you insert in your laptop, you will play it from the CD DVD, right? The same way, we have attached an VMware drivers from the ESXi via the same CD-ROM. Now we are running that driver installation. This is the same issue, even in the real time, it takes in even longer time. Only keyboard works, mouse will not help, even if it is Windows machine. You have to use a tab and Alt Windows button. If you press Windows button, your laptop Windows button will, start button will play like this. It will ask you to reboot. Once you reboot, now it's fine. Now mouse will work as usual. The first time the mouse driver is not installed, that's why it was very difficult. Now it works like as though it is directly we are working on our, it is so fast because drivers are installed. Send Control Alt Delete. Now a virtual machine is ready with Windows Server 2012 operating system. So however, now mouse works now. I can control with my mouse. Okay, because the drivers are installed, I can do. Same fast, however I work on my laptop, so the same speed I can work here as well. Now this is like exactly like a physical server. The virtual server is ready on the folder. Understood how a virtual machine is ready? Any questions up to here? Okay, so it took like around 20 minutes to build this virtual machine. If I ask you to build some 20 machines, it will take longer time for you to prepare all 20 machines like this. There is a machine, there is another technique called cloning. So we just right click on it, clone to virtual machine. So another machine will be just copy pasted from this machine. It's something like your friend has a latest movie downloaded. If you want to download it again, it will take 3-4 hours based on the download speed. Okay, you don't want to do that. If he's next to you, just copy from using his pen drive, simply copy. Your data is ready just in 5 minutes. Right, like that. So we just clone this machine instead of creating a new VM again and taking 20 to 30 minutes of time. So we'll just select this virtual machine, right click, clone, and say clone virtual machine. One more machine will be ready. As simple as just copying and pasting your machine, your movie. So we don't have enough space here, I think. This hard disk is not connected. We don't have enough space here. Try. So just clone. It takes some just 5 to 10 minutes. Depends on how fast your server is. So within 10 minutes, your one more machine will be ready like this, with the drivers installed, everything. We will see this technique in the next class. Cloning. See, just almost 50% completed already. Just less than a minute. I just named it as clone something, right? So clone. Yeah, here clone. This machine is from this machine. There is one more machine being copy pasted here. It takes 5 minutes to complete. Okay, one more machine will be ready. So we'll see about that basics in the next class. Any other questions? If good, then try with these labs, getting started with vSphere lab. So the links I have mentioned, and let me know how it goes. During the next class, I'll check with everyone. And I will ask you to log into your account and show me the progress. Otherwise, it's waste of listening this course.
Okay.
Be ready, check everything. We have, I think you have 3 days of time. Next class will be on Monday. That's why I'm giving enough time to practice them. If you are facing any issues to access these labs, let me know. I'll help you. Not now, anytime during this weekend. If you're facing any issues, let me know. But at least try to create one virtual machine. We don't have enough space, I think. Fine, then see you in the next class.